Hey guys, welcome back to my remix that I'm making here, and I've gotten past my little writer's block per se, and I know what I need to do here to kind of keep this moving. So right in this end here we have, it's not what I wanted. So instead of creating like a transition in that gap, what we're just gonna do is we're just gonna take this, shift it over here, slice this right here, split, pull that over there, and then slide this over here so it just goes like this. Now for some reason this one's mistimed. I wonder why that is. Let's see. Undo. Pull that there. Oh, I didn't pull it over enough. Oh. I need to pull it, I need to cut it here. Yeah, okay. Actually, we're gonna cut it here anyway. Split. And then drag this over 2 beats. And then drag that over, and this should be right. There we go. Okay, so yeah, by the way, you probably noticed this is the first one of these that I had a video in it, and that's because the other ones I actually recorded before I did my setup change. So that's why. Okay, so now that we have this, first of all, don't worry about the fact that this does not transition all that wonderfully. Just because when we add effects and stuff, it'll actually cover it up and it'll actually make the transition work a lot better. But the way it is right now, I can kind of tell that we'll just have to do some minor tweaks in the long run to fix it. And speaking of which, that also, you know, I want to mention that this area right here is not final. It's just kind of like my framework for what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to add some effects and just some random synthesizers popping in and out to give it more variation and more interesting stuff. So so don't worry about if this sounds a little thin and dull. We're gonna flush it out. So next thing, we have a couple options what we could do here. First of all, we can make this a build. Or if you notice the vocals right here, we're running out of time. Those could also be a build. So we have a choice. Do we want to put the build here? Or do we want to put it here? Honestly, I kind of think it'll work better here. So what do we do for a build? Simple solution. We find a snare somewhere around here. Well, actually, these are claps. Go to my snares and just cycle through some of these here. Actually, let's do this. I'm going to do a cool trick here. If you sort by size, you can have the longest ones just here at the bottom. Except for that one was not very long. Theoretically, it puts the longer ones at the bottom. That one sounds a little too distorted, but I kind of like the way it is. Come on. We'll go with this one. This one will work. Now, there's a couple things you could do with this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to turn this into an ES2. Just because I don't want to do something. I don't want to do something too plain. Oh no, it's going to make me zoom in. That was terrible. Don't do that to me again, please. Okay, here we go. Copy is what I wanted. Yeah. Okay. Ugh. Come on, seriously? Okay. So let me just copy a cycle and cycle these here so we get a nice boring snare build. That's what we want, boys. A boring snare build. So as usual, I have to drop the gain of these because I have a gain on my master output that is going to make them sound way too loud if I don't. And oh, by the way, I make the mistake of not doing that all the time and I blow my eardrums out. Okay, so first of all, I have two ideas. That makes sense. Let me try not to English for the rest of the day. So what I want to do with these is it sounds good. It actually does fit, but I want to do one thing to it that I showed you with these ones. And that is I'm going to use flex time on this. Flex time. There we go. Make it speed. I'm going to pitch these down. Just because if I throw these into an EXS, I'm gonna have to redo this, but these are kind of too high pitched right now. So we'll just kind of speed these up by a little. Okay, so speed these. Did I say speed these up? I meant slow them down. Pitch it down. Pitch it down. That's what I wanted. So that it has more body. Okay. Now these are at a reasonable level. I'm going to throw an instance of, I think I'll just use overdrive for now. And turn the tone down and bring the drive up just so that it gets a lot of body and okay, I think I'll just go with that. Turn the output down a little. So I just realized this is a little too bright, so I'm going to add a compressor with a very quick attack to actually remove some of the brightness because I don't want it this bright. I want it to be to the point to where it's got more body than punch, just because the way I want this to be for a build, I don't want it to be like something staccato and big. I want it to be something that's like just kind of punching, but not in a sharp sense, in like a heavy sense. So I'm going to turn the attack down to 0. And that almost gets me what I need. There we go. Because I still have punch, but I don't have that that nasty click. That's at the beginning. It's so sharp and harsh you could hardly hear it. It's just when you get and you actually play the song, something kind of stands out and it's annoying. So that's what that is. Sweet, we're getting closer. So now the next thing I want to do with these is I want to throw an EQ on these and just make it so it sits in the right spot. So that really shows you the difference there when I turn this on and off. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more high end. And then I'm going to add distortion on it again, but this one's just to kind of like give it, just kind of blend it all together and kind of make it have more air to it. So let's see here. This time I'll just throw a, actually, you know what? I really like to, I'm just going to put on a Camel Crusher here and turn off the compressor. And the fat compressor might be a good thing to add to it. Turn on the tube. Wow, everything's really clipping. So I'm gonna do something here. Let's just do this. Pull up mixer, grab everything and the kitchen sink. Make sure I don't have any. Do I have any track stacks? No, I don't. So I need to go. Oh, I do have a couple track stacks. So let's not do. Oh, that was brilliant. Grab that one, these, or that. Okay, yeah, I'll just have to deal with this then. So, don't want those, want this ones. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull everything down here. Turn this back up. There we go. There we go, so now it shouldn't be clipping as much. Bad habit of mine, I let stuff clip. Okay, now the thing you are all waiting for me to do, I'm gonna put some reverb on this. Oh, ooh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. What do I have here? Okay, so it doesn't really sound like a build yet, but that's because builds take a lot of effects and stuff. So I have two choices here. I could keep working on the build, or I could switch to something else and kind of, you know, keep going with the project. I think I'm going to switch to something else because I don't want to do too much of the build here. Although I also don't want to go overtime with this video, and I forgot to set a timer, so sorry. Yeah. Okay. This needs a lot more reverb. Let's just add a second one on top of it. I don't know which ones we have here. That could. That one might be too long. That's what I'm already doing. Gives it an interesting tone, but it's way too long. Let's go with this. Whoops. Didn't want to copy it there. I wanted to copy it here. This is where it starts to sound like a build. What is your problem? Did you like Okay, so we'll take all these and shorten them. There we go. Have them all selected. And so that way it doesn't clip off the end or the beginning of our snare. And oh, that's why. Oh, it's because I have a compressor and the compressor's releasing there. Yeah, okay. So this is where typically I would actually take the snare and pitch it up at this point, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that yet. If I end up wanting to do it, then I'll do it. But right now, it'll suffice if I just do a simple snare build here. We'll fade this out here so it sounds tighter. And then, okay, so I'm going to cut off these 2 beats because I remember there's a vocal shot here. So we'll get like this really cool, we'll get like this really fast snare drum right here, and then it'll go into a vocal clip. So now what I want to do, obviously, if I have that vocal shot there, I want to give it lots of room. Okay, split. Running out of time. Running out of time. Okay, why am I suddenly... There we go. Running out of time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this vocal here and duplicate it, and I'm going to cut this spot out. Sweet, so it's right there. Split by playhead. Cause we're running out of time. We're running out of time. We're running out of time. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll probably just cut it out of time. Here. For now, we'll see what happens. And then obviously I want the gain of this way up so you can actually hear it and it's not like a backing thing. So 4. Running out of time. And then so that's okay. It's not exactly what I want just because running out of, cause we're running out of time. Okay, so time. I might need to shift this over later. I got an idea. Okay, so we're gonna shift this to right here. So grab that and put it right there. Time. Cause we're running out of time. That should work. Maybe it won't. Running out. Cause we're running. Cause we're. We'll put the, so that's the beginning. So we'll move this right here and see what happens. Cause we're running out of time. Cause we're running out. Out of time. Okay, so this is, how many beats is it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. So I'd want this one right. I want this one to, the one that's right. I want time to land right here. So I'll just try shift this over. So I need to shift it over one more. And I guess that in the end, it means that I do need to keep these full length. And I'm probably going to need to add a pitch build to this so it doesn't get like, so it doesn't just feel like, you know, hitting a snare drum really fast for like forever. It'll sound like it's actually progressing if I add a pitch to it, a pitch change to it. I actually can do that. Yeah, I could do that right now. So we'll just go in and manually, what the heck. We'll just, first of all, let's see how this sounds.
running out of time.
And then you'd start the drop like right about here. But the drop for this is going to be rather unique. So let me stop this video here because I'm sure I've gone over 15 minutes like I've been trying to go for. But I'll just stop it here. And you like next deal. By the way, what I just said, you kind of tell I have plans to work on the drop. So let's see how this turns out. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.